The others are 3/4 of a pound each. They're great. Just for those, like that kind of exercise, just add a little weight. Well, what do you say? I think yeah, hello. Hello everybody. So I was gonna face this way, but I could switch to this way. But all right, so I'm gonna stay in this, I'll stay here. So we'll start standing like we always do. So let's come up with our feet hip width or maybe a little wider, all 10 toes facing forward. Oh, what a gorgeous morning. I wish you all were with us. It's beautiful out here. I don't know, 67 degrees? Yeah. All right, so let's have a nice inhale. And just arms down, and then exhale, chin to chest. Abs are already in and up. Pelvic floor is lifted, and we roll down into ourselves, releasing that spine. Slight bend in the knees. Inhale at the bottom. Nice big inhale. Exhale, round it up. Arms are heavy. And the shoulders come up, the neck. And the head is the last thing that floats up over the shoulders. We inhale. Exhale. We round down. And let's hold it at the bottom. Bend the knees a little bit more. See if you can put the palms of your hands on the mat. Inhale. On the exhale, straighten the legs. Inhale. Exhale, straighten. One more. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Slight bend in the knees. We round it up. Abs are in and up. Everything's working. Restacking the spine. And the head is the last thing that floats up over the shoulders. And we take a breath. Hello, ladies. Let's put the hands on the shoulders. I'm going to have a little bit wider stance here. It's up to you. Just stability important here. We inhale, bring them up and over. Exhale around. Good morning. Inhale up and over. Exhale around. Two more. Let's go the other way. Two more. It's going to be a hot one today. And bring the arms down. Let's do a lateral stretch. One arm down by the sides, one arm up. We're going to slide that arm down the leg, look up to the sky, reaching down the leg, reaching through those fingertips, and we go the other way. Back. And a nice stretch down the side of the body. Reaching those fingertips. And I'm also pressing down through that heel. And let's go again on the other side. And one more on this side. Oh, beautiful stretch first thing. And then bring the arms down. Hands on the hips. Even wider still here. Warming up the hips. We press them forward, side, and back, and around. I like to inhale on the extension, exhale on flexion. But you can do it any way you want, as long as you're breathing. I used to think this exercise was overrated. And I just love it now. Let's go the other way. With all that sitting that we do, if nothing else, this is such a nice way to open up the hips first thing, or any time in the middle of the day. And one more. We'll come back to center, and we'll do the torso. So hugging the big tree here, we just come up and over. Very slight back bend here. We're still warming up. Slight bend in the knees too. Round a little forward. Inhale, reach back. This should just feel wonderful. This should not hurt at all. Inhale, I like to go back on that extension. Exhale when I come forward. Let's change directions. And we come back. We'll do two more. And last one. Let's hang over. All right, here. The head hang and the arms. Inhale here. Exhale, let's round it up. The shoulders stack back up, the neck, and then the head. Inhale, let's just do a couple of, let's bring the shoulders to the ears, and then down. Just up, and then down. Two more like that. And I think we're ready to go. So let's come to the front of the mat. No hands. Put them on our forearms. Step back. Step back with one foot. So everybody step back, right? Okay, now do it with the other foot instead. Because that was the one you wanted to do it with? All right, so we're going to use the opposite foot. Here we go. Just to switch it up, right? All right, and we'll go down for hundreds. We're going to do hundreds in any leg position you want. I'm going to switch my legs. I'm going to start in tabletop. I'm going to move to 45 and up and down. So move any way you want on hundreds. All right, so I'll just count it for you. Let's round all the way down. You can have knees bent and feet flat too if you like it there. Arms come straight to the ceiling. On the inhale, we'll take an inhale at the bottom. On the exhale, the head and shoulders lift and the arms come to hip level. The tips of my shoulder blades are on the mat, so we're not up very high. Okay, and we pump the arms. Inhale, 3, 4, 5, exhale. Inhale. 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 Exhale. Last one. Exhale. And we did 100. Head down. Rock the head. My abs are warm. We'll go right into roll up from here. I'm going to straighten my legs, flex my feet. You have the option to keep your knees bent if you like. Arms to the ceiling. We inhale, the arms go back. On the exhale, the chin to chest. We roll just like we did in the roll down. The low back presses down into the mat. Now stay rolling into yourself, like the ceiling has come down low. And then reach the fingertips, and I'm also reaching through the heels here. My arms are parallel to the mat, and I'm going to press belly button into spine, so I've got an oppositional stretch. And then arms, elbows come, shoulders come away from ears, elbows come away from ears too, and we round down. We do that again. Inhale, arms back. Exhale up. So we stay rounded, we stay rounded. Still warming up the spine here. And we press belly button into spine, reach fingertips, reach heels. And as the shoulders come away from the ears, I'm still rounded. I still have a very low ceiling here. We'll do one more of these. Inhale back. Exhale up. You guys look beautiful. We reach forward. Stretch here. And we're going to come all the way down. Stay at the bottom. We're going to do single leg circles next. So When we get to the bottom, keep that left leg straight. The right leg comes straight to the ceiling. The arms are long on your sides. And I'm just gonna watch. I'm up on my forearms, but you stay where you are. Pointed toe. We're gonna cross over the midline, make a circle in the sky, come around and back to center. We cross, down, around. We are warming up the hips here. So you're lubricating that hip joint. One more. Down, around. Hold it at the top. We go the other way. Out, down, around, and up. You also are keeping the pelvis nice and quiet. So you're already working your pelvis and your abs. Down, around, and up. Down, around. Hold it here. Now let's do this. You have that leg up. We're going to scissor the legs to switch. So we switch the legs, flex the right foot, point the left one, and we cross, down, around, and up. Cross, down, around. We got two more. Cross, down, around. One more in this direction. And we go the other way. Out, down, around. Out, down. Shh. Don't forget to breathe. Out, down. Shh. And last one here. Shh. And bend that knee. Bring that knee into the chest. Give it a little stir in the socket. Let's bring the other knee in and give that one a stir. Actually, we can give them both a stir at the same time. And then we put the hands on the thighs, under the knees. Let's rock it up for a couple of rolls, for rolling like a ball. And for anyone who doesn't want to roll, we hold that balance position. You can practice the V-sit, so you don't have to roll. Is everyone here rolling? We all rolling? Rolling, rolling, rolling. Okay. So we only roll to the mid-back. We don't roll onto the neck. Okay. Yes? So here we do. Let's start up tall on the sit bones. I always like to get set up. Then we roll off the sit bones. We're balancing. And I just rounded my low back. So when I went from here, sitting up tall, I rounded my low back so I can balance. All right. And I'm looking down, and we're going to inhale as we go back. Exhale up. Keep those toes off the mat wall. Don't let those toes hit. All right, let's try again. Inhale, back. Exhale up. Let's do two more. Inhale, back. Try this. Try this. Come really, really small. Try not to move your heels. Try to keep the heels the same distance from the glutes. It's more work. You got to hold on with the abs. Here we go. Inhale, back. Woo-hoo-hoo. Right. Yeah, overcompensating, right? All right, so let's do that balance since I mentioned it. So we're balancing here, right? Roll the shoulders back, chest is open. Okay, so now we have a J curve. I don't want to call it a C curve because our back is straight, our chest is open, collarbones are open. We lift a leg. We lift another leg. We're holding on. Hold on. Can we separate? You're pointing the toes? Beautiful. Nice. We bring them together. Can we let go? Maybe with one, if not two. Keep that pelvis rounded, okay, so it's not in your hip flexors, okay, because it'll tend to kind of grab here. So stay rounded and bring them down and take a rest. Nice work. Yeah, so the more we can round that pelvis, the more the transverse is going to do the work and not the hip flexors, okay? All right. So here's what we're going to do. I have a really fun, we're going to do the series 5. I have a really hard, fun, single leg stretch because that's always an easy one. Not today. So, hold on to the knees, straighten one. We're going to come down onto the forearms. So we're already in the single leg stretch. I'm going to show you one of them and then we're going to do 12. Okay, it looks like this. This is one. We go 1, 2, 3. Now wait, now this is what we do. We go down, up. 1 is fine, 12 is not. Okay, ready? Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, lower. That's 1. 1, 2, 3. Reach the fingertips up. 1, 2, 3. We reach. That's 3. 1, 2, 3. We reach. That's 4. 1, 2, 3. That's 5. 1, 2, 3. 6. 1, 2, 3. Add some fire. 1, 2, 3. That's 8. 1, 2, 3. 9. 1, 2, 3. 10. Only 2 more. 1, 2, 3. Down and up. Last one. 1, 2, 3. We go down. Woo! We rest. Windshield wiper. Wow, right? So that's one of the exercises that I'm putting into my HIIT Pilates class. So you do that for 45 seconds and then you rest for 15. And they're going, sure.
And then you're done with the whole workout.
Then you're done. Right. And that would be one of 7 exercises. And that, but you're done in 30 minutes. Now you're done in 30 minutes. It's nice. Okay, so we'll do our regular double leg stretch as we always do. So let's round it down, bring the knees into the chest. Take a nice inhale at the bottom. Exhale, the head and shoulders lift. I still have my, again, the tips of my shoulder blades are on the mat. You don't have to go up very high. Everything reaches out. We reach out. Low back is on the mat. Exhale in. Inhale, reach out. Exhale in. Inhale, reach. Exhale in. Inhale, reach. Exhale in. Inhale, reach. Exhale in. 2 more. And last one. Bring the head down. Rock it from side to side. Bring the legs to the ceiling, to the sky. Head and shoulders lift. We're going to do our scissors next. One hand behind the calf. We pulse, pulse, and switch. Pulse, pulse, and switch. And you can just do this in your own time. If you need to bend the knee for tight hamstrings, no worries. Pulse, pulse, and switch. And do a little out breath if you can on the pulse. We go and switch. And if you want to flex the feet, you have that option. I find like after about the 10th one, my shin hits my head. So that's good. That means I'm doing something right. And that's good. So bring the knees in. Bring the head down, rock it. Woohoo! All right. We've got lower and lift. We get to put the hands behind the head and shoulders lift. So this time the head gets to rest in the hands. Straight to the ceiling. All right, let's switch this one up. Flex the feet. Put the heel on the toe. Now the low back stays on the mat at all times. Inhale as we lower. Exhale as we lift. Inhale and we lower. Exhale, lift. We got 2 more. Inhale, lower. And lift. Lower. And we switch feet. Inhale, lower. Let's just get these over with. Inhale, we lower. We got 2 more. This is the hardest of the 5. Super duper hard, but that's why we don't do too many. We did 8. Bend the knees. Rock from side to side. That is a tough one. Stir the knees. Both directions. Okay, knees are into chest, hands behind the head, head and shoulders lift. We have obliques, so we got to do the crisscross. All right, so maybe we switch this up a little. All right, let me see. So we're gonna cross over. We're gonna cross the other way. Let's see. cross. I think it's 3, and then we're gonna switch. So just pick it up with me. I think it's cross, it's 2 crosses, and then switch on the 3rd one. Cross away, cross to the knee, and switch. Cross away, cross to the knee, and switch. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Oh, and look, we have a rhythm here. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. And switch your gaze to the lower elbow. See what that does. And down, down, and switch. Down, down, and switch. 2 more. Down, down. Switch. Last one. Down, down. Switch. Knees into the chest, head down. Nice work. Rock the head. Hands behind the knees. And let's rock it up. Woo! My obliques are on fire too. Anyone? Obliques on fire? Yeah, that was a lot, right? I had to do extra because I wasn't sure I was doing the exercise right. All right, okay. Let's do some bridges. Let's do some bridges so we can open up the hips. I was gonna go to all 4s, but let's do bridges first. So let's come on back down. Knees bent, feet flat. Bring the heels a little closer into the glutes. Arms are long on the sides. Now, important here, I'm going to sit up for a minute. Chin is tucked. So think about the plane of your forehead and your chin is in the same plane. So sometimes our chin is higher than the head. So tuck the chin so you're in the same plane. Okay, that's important. The neck will be long on the mat. Linda, you might want to scooch a little forward because you're going to be on the pavement soon. That's no good. Okay, so from here, we inhale at the bottom. On the exhale, tip the pelvis towards the nose. Low back imprints on the mat as the hips lift right up. They float right up. And think about the knees reaching forward, kneecaps reaching forward. And then lastly, the heels have the sensation of moving towards your shoulders. And you are going to fire up those hamstrings. Beautiful. Everybody looks great. Ribs are in, shoulders are pressing down on the mat. All right, from here we're just going to go down. The butt is going to just kiss the mat and we squeeze it back up. So we go down and squeeze. We go down and squeeze, down. We squeeze it up and down and squeeze. We got 4 more. Down and squeeze, down and squeeze, down, squeeze. Hold it here at the top. We pulse for 8, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it here at 1. Lift the right foot off. The ankle comes over the left thigh. Right ankle over left thigh. And we're going to dip back down again for 8. Here we go. We go down for 8 and up. We're working the left glute here. 7, down, 6, down, 5, down, 4, down, 3, down, 2, last. Pulse it now. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that foot back down. The other ankle, left ankle over right. Here we go. We go down. We squeeze. And down. And squeeze. Down. And squeeze. Down. We got 4 more. 4, 3, 2. We're working the right glute. 1. We're going to pulse now. Here we go. Pulse 8, 7. Squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that foot back down. Hips are nice and high. Inhale. On the exhale, roll it back down. Round it down, roll it down. 1 vertebra at a time. Let's bring the knees into the chest. Rock them side to side. And now we'll put the hands under the knees. We'll rock it up to sitting. Just wanted to do a few bridges. Bridges aren't really Pilates, but I love them because they're really good for hip opening. So Joe would be okay with that, I think. All right, so let's come on over to all fours for a cat-cow. Now, the idea here, which we know, so first wrists right under shoulders and knees right under hips. We're gonna inhale, we're gonna arch the back so the tailbone tips up, the chest lifts, and the forehead lifts. Beautiful arch here. And then on the exhale, when we do the flexion, we round and the belly button goes into the spine. We inhale on the back extension, and we exhale on the flexion. We round. Inhale, we arch. This should feel wonderful after all those abs we just did. And we do one more. Let's round. And then we will come to neutral spine right here. Okay, so here's the challenge. Anyone with a water bottle? If I had my cup of coffee, I would bring that. I would use a plastic cup because I'd probably drop it and it would end up broken, my ceramic mug. So this is just to bring awareness to the neutral spine. So a couple of these exercises are all neutral spine, and then I'll have you remove it when we're going to start to round and flex the back. All right, so let's bring the right hand out long, tapping the floor, the left leg back. Let's just lift and tap. Let's get our bearings here. Lift and tap. Lift and tap. Lift and tap. Now hold it up. Hold it here. Let's go out to the side, to the diagonal. Out and in. And out. And in. And out. In. We got one more. Out. Hold it here. Bring that arm back down. Flex the foot, bend the knee. Now the back stays in neutral spine. We're going to bring the knee down and foot to the ceiling. And in. And press. And in. And press. And in. Oh, my water bottle is very precariously moving on my back. And in. Ooh, and press. And then straighten the leg. Let's do circles. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Let's go the other way for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that knee down. Let's remove the bottle. And we're going to do one more. This one is knee to nose, and we're going to round the back this time. So knee to nose, and then the leg extends. It looks like this. We round, we reach. We're really squeezing the glute. In, and reach, in, reach it long. In, and reach, in, squeeze that glute. In, squeeze, in, squeeze one more. Squeeze, and come on down. So from here, I want to go right to the side body. So let's see. I got my camera over here. I'm going to start with my, I'm going to go the other way. How am I going to do this? You guys are going to see my backside. Sorry. That's probably the best way because we're still working on the left leg. So bring the left leg back because that's the one we were working on. We're going to turn to the side. So I've got my hips stacked and my shoulders stacked and my hand behind my head. My elbow is facing the sky. We're going to lift and lower from here. And if this is not comfortable, you can always come down to this position for a lift and lower. Okay? So let's see what we can do here. We're going to go lift, tap, lift, tap, lift, tap, Now this time, elbow to knee, and we round the spine. And look up at the ceiling. And in. And reach. In. Reach. In. Reach. In. In. Two more. In. Last one here. Hold it up. So tap that foot down. It's just barely touching the mat, arm overhead, and the hand and the foot come together here. We lift. One. And reach. Two. And reach. Three. Four. We'll do two more. Five. And six. And we come down. We rest. I felt that right here. People at home, right here. People in the room, right here. Yes. Roll that wrist. All right. Lucky us, we have to do the other side. So let's come on back. This time the right foot goes back. All right. So, bottle or not, if you want, for these first ones. See if I can position that. Okay, here we go. Left arm, right leg, I'm balancing. Woo. All right, we're gonna tap. We tap and lift. See, I just noticed that my right hip was lifted and that bottle was gonna go flying off, and then I just lowered the hip and now it's nice and balanced. Still moving a little though. This side's harder for me. Tap, up, tap. One more. Tap. Hold it here. Let's go out to the diagonal. Just want to move that hip and come back. And back. And center. This is very interesting. I hope you guys are finding this I'm just noticing my hip just wants to lift up. And back. All right, let's do circles. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. You can bring the hand back down if you want. 2. This is my bottom. Other way. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Flex the foot, bend the knee. Neutral spine. Knee comes in. Press the heel up. And in. And up. In. And up. Up, in, up, in, up. One more. Up. I'm going to remove my bottle. And we're going to do knee to nose and reach. So lift that right knee 1 inch. Here we go. We do knee to nose and reach. And in. And in. Squeeze that glute. And squeeze. 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 2 more. And last one there. All right. Bring that right leg back, because we're going to go to the side body now. Make sure your hips are stacked, your shoulders are stacked, elbow to the sky, to the ceiling. And we're going to lift and lower. Here we go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it up. Knee to elbow. 8 and reach. 7 and reach. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Foot taps down, arm overhead, and they meet each other for 8. And reach. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Only 2 more. 2 and 1. give them a tap. Backs of the hips. I'm out of breath. You out of breath? Yeah, a little bit. Whew, worked hard there. All right. So how we're doing here, we're doing good. We're gonna come all the way down for a swan. Hold on. All right, let's come all the way down. Oh, I'm sweating. You sweating? Yeah.
Well, you're right in the sun.
I'm in the sun, yeah.
There's a little breeze there. I thought that.
Okay, so a swan. We're gonna do 3 of them. Again, for the extensors, for the hip extensors. This is wonderful for all the sitting we do. So come on down. The hands are wide as you need them to be, and as far forward as you feel comfortable so that when you press up, you can straighten your arms. And you really get a nice stretch through the front of the hips. So we inhale, we lift the chest, and as we do that, the shoulder blades already start by gliding down the back. So Linda, just bring them back even before you start. Yeah, down and back as you come up. Yes, beautiful. And then so take them from there. They might be here, bring them back. You're almost like you're externally rotating them, like pressing my elbows inward. So this beautiful, Leslie. Good. You guys look great. Beautiful. And we come back down. And pull forward when you come down. And you'll get like traction in your spine if you pull forward. Yes. Reach those toes long. Lift the kneecaps off the mat if you can by pressing the tops of the feet down, and we press up again. I'm bringing my shoulder blades together first. I go down my back. Reach up. I lift those kneecaps. I hope this feels wonderful. It should. Yes. You all look beautiful. And we come back down. Try this. Try externally rotating your legs too. So externally rotate so that your heels come in toward you, like almost like a second position here. And so just the big toe now is on the mat. See how that feels when we do it. So you keep that rotation going. You're pressing those heels downward into the mat, and we press up. Might feel better, might not. So it's up to you. It's just another way to do it. Sometimes it takes a little pressure off the low back, sometimes not. And we come down. And then we'll bring the legs back to parallel. Tops of the feet on the mat. Arms in goalpost. Belly button in. Kneecaps lifted, but the tops of the feet pressing down. This time, hover the hands right above the mat. Press the elbows back. Inhale, lift the chest. Lift the right arm, bring the right arm out in front. Press back to the left elbow. And then bring that arm in. Do the other side. Reach it out. Get an oppositional stretch. Bring it in. Both arms go out. And we bring them in. Lift the chest a little as they come in. One more time. Out. And in. And come down. Take a breath. We'll do that again. We'll lead with the left arm. These are back strengthening exercises. Here we go. Hover the hands. Elbows back. Inhale, lift the chest. Left arm reaches out. Right elbow back. And in. Other arm. And in. Both arms. And in. Both arms. And in. Lift the chest. Hold. Hold. And down. Take a breath. The next one is the breaststroke. So we add on to what we just did. Both arms will go out. The arms will sweep back to just brush the thigh, and we bend the elbows and come back where we started. Okay, so here we go. Kneecaps lift up again. Tops of feet are pressing down to help that. Belly button into spine. Hover the hands, elbows back. Inhale, we lift the chest. We reach both arms out in front. We sweep them back. We lift the chest a little higher. And we bend the elbows. Beautiful. We go again. We reach them out. We sweep them back. Breathe and bend. One more. We reach out. We sweep. Bend. And we lower. Nice work. Last exercise. We're going to do the starfish. Starfish, the legs start in nice and close. Squeeze the thighs together. And the arms are either in Superman or in a V. They're going to come out. Everything's going to come up and out to the side. In, out, in, out, in. Okay? So, let's take a breath here. We inhale, lift everything up. We reach everything out to the side. The chest lifts a little as you go out to the side. We come back in, squeeze the thighs. We reach out to the side. We squeeze the thighs as we come in. One more. We reach out. We come in and we lower. We're going to do that one more time and then we'll be done with the back body. All right, take a breath. Kneecaps are lifted. We prepare. Here we go. Inhale, lift everything up. We go out to the side. We come back in. Shoulder blades come together as we go out. Glutes squeeze together and inner thighs. In. One more out. And in. And we lower. And let's press back into a child's pose. Knees wider than hips. Fingertips reach forward. Forehead maybe comes down to the mat. And take a breath. And when you're ready, just walk your hands back in and round it up. All right, we have almost 9 o'clock. I wanted to do, let's do it. We have time for a forearm side plank. And that's all we'll do. We won't do the regular forearm planks. We'll just do a side plank, I think. Okay, so I will face this way. Down on my forearm, making sure my elbow's right under my shoulder. I've got my bottom leg is bent. My top leg is straight on the mat. So there are 2 levels here. The first level here, let's put the hand behind the head. The first level is I'm just going to lift my hips. All right, lift the hips. So here we are. This is beautiful. If you want to go to the next level, you take that knee off. That bottom leg goes behind the top leg. And you hold it here. Now, the next challenge is you stack the top leg on top of the bottom leg. Stack it. You can reach that arm long too. Shoulders are stacked and hips are stacked. Can you lift that top leg? Can you lift it? Hold on with the left glute and those left obliques, and we bring it down, and we bring the hips down, and we rest. Yeah. Now, if you didn't like all those, this is perfectly good. You can stay here. You can do this, and then you can eventually make your way up to the next level. Okay? We want to do one more of those on that side, and then we'll switch.
What do you do if you're only like
Yeah.
and then you stack?
Yeah. So you are stacked. You are stacked. You have your hips stacked, and you have your shoulders stacked. You just have. Right, so you wouldn't do that. So you would stay here, and then you would just lift and lower. Yeah. So you won't stack until both legs are straight. Yeah. Okay. So we'll do it again. We get in position. Bottom leg is bent. Top leg is straight. Hand can start behind the head. We lift up the hips. Again, we can leave it here, or we can move it to the knee being lifted, and then the top foot on top of the bottom foot. I'm falling off my mat here. And then lastly, see if you can lift that top leg off ever so briefly. and we come down. And we're going to switch to the other side. It's just something to play with too, even if it's just for a brief second that you can lift up. Just to play with, just to see. So bend that bottom knee. Make sure your elbow, again, is right under your shoulder and behind the head. Lift the hips. Because in this position, you are working all the same muscles. You're working the glutes, you're working the obliques. I'm going to straighten the bottom leg. Behind the top one now, and I'm going to put the top leg on top of the bottom leg. I'm going to try to lift the top leg and lower. And lift. And lower. And maybe one more lift. And lower, and then I bring the knees down, the hips down, and rest. We got to do one more so we're not lopsided. All right, last one, you guys. Here we go. Lift the hips. Knee if you want. Hold it here. Top leg lifts if you want. This side's harder for me. Also, if it's tough on your shoulder, come back down onto that knee. Don't compromise your shoulder here. And lift the knee and lower. Lift the leg and lower. And one more. And then bring everything down. There's always going to be one side that might be a little weaker, stronger, you know. Let's roll the shoulders back. So that was a little tough on this shoulder for me. So I came back down onto my knee. All right. Let's come into a squat position so we can stand. So tuck the toes. Before we do that, just press back into those toes. Stretch them out. Let's actually sit back on the heels. Feels good, right? To be out of shoes and stretching the feet. Yeah. All right, so hands on the mat. Let's press the hips up. And walk the hands back towards the feet. Let the head hang. Put one hand on the opposite elbow. And just rock from side to side like a rag doll. Let the hands drop down onto the mat. Let's do this. Bend the knees a little bit more like we did in the beginning and place the palms of the hands on the mat on the inhale. Now on the exhale, press them up, straighten. And I hope this feels a little easier now. Inhale and bend than it did an hour ago. And straighten. And inhale and bend. Exhale and straighten. And let's have a slight bend in the knees as we start to round it up. Abs are in and up. Pelvic floor is lifted. Upper body is heavy as we restack the spine. Until the shoulders, the neck, and then the head is the very last thing that floats up. Shoulders. Beautiful job. All right, so let's do our final breaths together with our heels together and our toes apart. We inhale, palms come up together. Reach back into a baby back bend, stretching those hip flexors back. Exhale, let the arms come down. Oh, nice. Inhale, reach them up. And we reach back, and beautiful stretch here. Exhale down. This is our sun salutation, right? Pilates version. Inhale up. Reach back. And this time, hands to heart center on the exhale. Shh. Thank you, my friends. So glad you were here. Thank you, my friends at home. Wish you were here, but glad you were with us anyway. All right, good. We will see you next week. All right. You're welcome.